It's Friday night, and Pizza Night is on the air. It is Friday night, February 1st, 2012, and this is Brandon from the SAS, the Snack Food Appreciation Society. Welcome to this edition of Pizza Night. Tonight, I am going to sample a metropolitan Washington, D.C. area legend. Well, maybe not D.C. so much as mostly Maryland and a little bit of Virginia, but we call it the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. And Ledo Pizza is definitely a pizza legend in the area. Now, I have only tried Ledo Pizza one time in my pizza eating life, and that was probably around 1995 or 1996 when they briefly expanded over to the Bailey's Crossroads area. I didn't like it back then, honestly. I don't remember what it was I didn't like about it, but I don't remember being very impressed, and I didn't really think I was going to go back, and I didn't really have a chance because they got rid of that location pretty quickly. But I've heard nothing but good things about Ledo's for years. They make a square pizza, as you might be able to, or rather rectangle, as you might be able to tell by the shape of the box. But we'll get back to that in just a minute. The weather in this area has been really crazy. It's like 30 degrees out here right now, and Dusty's flying around like a bat out of hell. But anyway, it's like 30 degrees right now outside. It was snowing cats and dogs this morning. I mean, I couldn't even see out my window right there. It was completely white outside. It's like fog, but it was snow. It was crazy, and that only lasted for like, I don't know, a half an hour, and then it was gone. And then as you can see, there's like no snow outside there. And Wednesday, it was 70 degrees. DC has the most bipolar weather I have ever seen. Anyway, so let me open this up, stop babbling about the weather. There you go. The pizza I got this week is called the Apple Bacon Gang. Now, what this pizza is supposed to have on it is cheddar and provolone cheese, the Ledo tomato sauce, also sausage, which I have decided to substitute for pepperoni, and I must thank Michael Brady for that idea. And normally they don't allow substitutions on what they call their craft pizzas, which is what this is, craft, C-R-A-F-T, pizzas. But they did allow, substitutions in my case. Maybe they know who I am. Maybe word's getting around. Anyway, also you'll see there's an interesting looking white thing on that pizza, and those are apples. So yeah, it doesn't mean necessarily that the bacon is apple smoked or apple wood or anything like that. It just means that this has apples on it, okay? So you guys know I like to get something crazy on the pizza now and again to review for you. Like I got the French fries on the one Cheeseburger Delight pizza from Philly Cheesesteak Factory, and then a couple weeks ago from Johnny's I got the Baked Ziti on the pizza. Today I'm getting apples on my pizza, and that's why it's called the Apple Bacon Gang, because it's apple and bacon. And hey, let's eat it, gang. All right, so I decided that, I don't really like sausage very much on pizza, and I know that's blasphemy to some people, but I love pepperoni. As everybody knows, I think pepperoni belongs on a pizza. It's not a pizza without pepperoni in my eyes, so I went ahead and did that. And the bacon that they put on here is pre-cooked bacon. Now, taking a look at the crust, it's very flaky, as part of it just fell off in my hand when I picked up this piece. And there is no 420 piece, although this is probably the best guesstimation of a 420 slice this week, but anyway, because it's rectangular, kind of reminds me of the Broilers pizza from about 6 months back. I think it was in July, actually, that I reviewed that. And you all know I'm not really a big thin crust fan, and this does seem pretty thin, but it doesn't seem necessarily thin and crispy. It seems more like thin and doughy. Sorry, I wasn't really showing it to you. I was looking at it. Anyway, it looks more thin and doughy and kind of crumbly and flaky, so that's kind of interesting. And it looks like it's got like a layer of butter in there too. Anyway, it's also got provolone and cheddar cheese on it. They normally put provolone on their pizzas instead of mozzarella. I think that's pretty cool. Gives it a more smoky flavor. And there you see those two little apples there. It's pre-cooked bacon, as I mentioned. I guess it makes it crunchier than just putting bacon on there and then cooking it on the pizza. But you're allowed to get it either way on pizzas at Ledo's. So, looking at the topping disbursement, lots of toppings on there. Pretty much most of them have a little bit of everything. And I guess they have a rule at Ledo's that it's one piece of pepperoni per slice, and that's okay because they're pretty big pepperonis. Appear to be pretty thick as well. Anyway, it's been a long day. I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to sit down, take off my glasses, and you guys take a look at the box while I take a bite. Sorry. Huh. Yeah, that pre-cooking the bacon makes all the difference. That tasted amazing with the bacon there. The apples, the sweetness of the apples kind of played off the saltiness and crunchiness and savoriness of the bacon. Pepperoni was the thing that I noticed the least, and maybe that's because there's only one piece on there, but I did notice that it's there, nice and thick cut, a little bit chewy. It's not real crunchy around the edges like I like, but it's still pretty good. The cheese mixture is really nice, and I wouldn't say it's pilly or stringy. Actually, it's really melty, almost melts in your mouth, as a matter of fact. Really good. And the sauce, pardon me, is very, very sweet. A really sweet sauce. The crust, however, I'm kind of on the fence about that, and that's why I took 2 bites instead of 1, because the sauce was just kind of there. It's very sweet, or I'm sorry, the crust, I'm sorry. Let me back up. I'm talking about the crust. Sorry, it's been a long day, like I said. Anyway, the crust is very, very flaky. It kind of falls apart in my hand as I'm eating it. You got to eat it pretty quickly or it's going to disintegrate. It tastes pretty good. The consistency is just kind of strange. I can't really explain it. I know it's my job to explain it because I'm reviewing the pizza, but I would say flaky and buttery, almost like a pastry. That's how I'll put it. It's kind of like a pastry crust. I do like this pizza a lot. It's not a perfect pizza by any means, but it's very good. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3/4 thumb up. I'm going to recommend it. You know, if you want something different, get apples on your pizza. That sweetness and kind of sourness of the apple really plays off well with the rest of the salty and savory ingredients, and I have to give that, you know, a pretty good recommendation. So 3/4 thumbs up for Ledo Pizza. All right, so you're going to see me again on Tuesday for On the Road. This week for On the Road, I'm going to Firehouse Subs. I don't know which location I'm going to hit up, maybe Springfield, maybe Annandale. Definitely not going to Kingstown because I can't get a good shot of the restaurant from my old pickup truck at that particular location. And I'm going to get their New York steamer so I can compare it to the pastrami melt that I had from Subway this past week. Also, the week after that, I'm going to go to Banchan Chicken. Apparently, that's all the rage right now in this area. It's a Korean fried chicken joint where you can get triple fried chicken wings, either in a garlic soy sauce or some kind of special hot sauce. I hope to try a little bit of both. It was recommended to me by SAS member Steve Pauling, as well as Chad Dukes of the I was going to say Big O and Duke show, which I guess technically is still true, but also from LeVar and Dukes on the Fan 106.7 here in our area. And that's all I have to say this week, guys. It's been a long day. It's the 3rd time I said it. I'm not going to make the day any longer. In the meantime, in between time, I'll see you next time. Bye.